Have you ever felt an undeniable pull towards someone, a connection that seems to transcend logic or explanation? Or perhaps you found yourself in relationships that repeat patterns, even though you try your hardest to break free? It's as if, no matter what you do, you find yourself caught in an invisible web, drawn to the same types of people or experiences. This is especially true when it comes to marriage, a union we often believe is solely built on love, destiny, or fate. But what if there is something much deeper at play? In Zen and Buddhist teachings, marriage is not just about finding a soulmate or living happily ever after. It's far more profound. It is a karmic bond, one that extends beyond the current life. This connection is shaped by actions, emotions, and unresolved lessons from past lives. Our marriages may seem like a romantic journey, but in reality, they are often the vehicle for our spiritual growth. The person you marry may not just be someone you love, but someone who is meant to trigger the unresolved parts of yourself, the places where healing is needed. What if the purpose of marriage isn't merely to find happiness, but to awaken to the true nature of who we are? In Buddhism, karma teaches us that every interaction is a mirror, reflecting our own unresolved issues, our desires, and our past actions. It's not always comfortable, and it certainly isn't easy, but it is always meaningful. Through marriage, we may be given the opportunity to face our deepest wounds, and in doing so, transcend them. This journey through karma is not about escaping discomfort, but about embracing it as a catalyst for transformation. Keep an open mind as we explore the profound philosophy behind karmic relationships. The first meeting, not a random event. Have you ever met someone and felt an instant connection, as though you had known them for years? Or perhaps you've crossed paths with someone who seemed to bring out the worst in you, even though you couldn't explain why? The first time two people meet is rarely just a coincidence. On the surface, it may seem like a simple encounter, but beneath that moment, in the vast web of karma, there is often something much deeper at play. Consider a couple who might bicker over something trivial, perhaps a forgotten promise or a missed appointment. It seems insignificant, yet the tension between them is undeniable. From the outside, they may appear mismatched, perhaps even unlikely companions. But what if their connection is not based on love or convenience, but something far more profound? What if this is a karmic bond, two souls drawn together, not by chance, but by the invisible threads of past actions, unresolved emotions, and unfinished lessons? This idea might sound foreign or even unsettling, but it's deeply embedded in Buddhist teachings. A monk once observed a man, troubled and heavy-hearted, sitting before him. The man confessed, "I married a woman I thought I loved, but now I feel trapped. Why would karma bind me to her?" The monk, in his quiet wisdom, replied, "Karma does not bind you to comfort, it binds you to clarity. Marriage is not about finding someone who completes you. It is about meeting the soul who will trigger your unfinished work." In those simple words, the monk revealed a powerful truth. We don't always marry for love. Often we marry to face our past actions, our unresolved karma. The person we marry is not merely our partner. They are the mirror reflecting our unfinished business, the lessons we've yet to learn, and the wounds we still need to heal. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you found yourself in a relationship that pushed you to confront something deep within, something you were avoiding? The pain you feel in these moments is not a flaw in the other person. It is a reflection of your own inner work, waiting to be healed. Marriage, in this sense, becomes an opportunity for transformation. It is not just a partnership built on love, but a profound chance to resolve old debts, confront past mistakes, and fulfill what was left undone. Each encounter, every moment of connection, carries with it the possibility of awakening, of learning more about who we truly are and what we need to become. What if the person you marry is not just a companion, but a teacher, sent to help you face the parts of yourself that still need growth? What if every conflict, every challenge, is an invitation to awaken and evolve? The first meeting is never just random. It's the beginning of a journey that your soul has long been waiting for. The unseen bond, attraction and recognition. Attraction in marriage is often viewed as a simple feeling, something that just happens when you meet someone special. But what if there's more to it than mere chemistry? What if the attraction you feel towards someone isn't just about love, but about recognition? Recognition of something unresolved from a past life. Picture this. A woman feels an undeniable pull toward a man who, for reasons she can't explain, seems to bring more pain than joy. Her friends warn her, her mind is full of doubt, yet her heart can't resist. Despite all the red flags, she marries him. Over time, she endures betrayal, emotional suffering, and confusion. She wonders, why do I feel this way? Why am I drawn to someone who hurts me? One day, seeking answers, she visits a temple. An old caretaker listens carefully to her story and then says, "What you call attraction was not love. It was recognition. You recognize the one who owes you pain. The universe gave you front row seats to watch its repayment." This may sound harsh, but it's a profound insight into how karma works. The people we are attracted to are often not there by accident. They are mirrors reflecting our unresolved business, emotions, and debts from past lives. The connection we feel isn't about love. It's the soul's recognition of the unfinished work it needs to confront and heal. In the teachings of Buddhism, desire is often seen as the root of suffering. We are often drawn to people because of unconscious desires, patterns from the past, or unresolved emotional wounds. But what if this attraction is a lesson? What if the person we are drawn to isn't just there to complete us, but to help us complete ourselves by confronting those deep, buried issues? Think about this. How many times have you been pulled toward someone, only to realize that the relationship brings up your deepest fears and unresolved emotions? It can be painful, but this pain is not an enemy. It's a teacher. When we marry from unconscious desire, we amplify the lessons we need to learn. The lesson may not always be pleasant, but it's always necessary. And once we face the lesson and heal, the pain transforms into freedom. The soul, once burdened by unresolved debts and emotions, can finally let go and move forward, learning to embrace true love. Love not driven by attachment, but by awareness and healing. So ask yourself, could it be that the person you're drawn to is not just fulfilling your desires, but helping you recognize what's still left to heal within? Karmic justice, broken promises, and unfulfilled vows. Have you ever wondered why some relationships feel like a continuation of something much older than the current life? Why do certain people appear in your life again and again, almost as if they were meant to be there? Many marriages are not new. They are continuations of relationships from past lives, bringing us together to fulfill promises made or debts left unpaid. Imagine this. In a past life, you made a promise to someone, a vow that you couldn't keep. Now, in this life, the person you marry may carry that unresolved debt with them. The pain you feel in these relationships is not necessarily punishment. It is the universe's way of helping you fulfill what was left unfinished. Take the example of a woman who wept bitterly because her husband left her for another woman. She felt betrayed, abandoned, as though her world had collapsed. In search of answers, she went to a meditation hall, seeking peace for her wounded heart. A teacher, wise and calm, asked her, "Can you remember a time when you left someone when they needed you the most?" After a long pause, the woman nodded slowly. The teacher then explained, "Your soul remembers that moment, which is why your love for him runs so deep. It wasn't just love, it was guilt, seeking redemption." This simple exchange holds profound wisdom. What we experience in this life, especially in our most painful relationships, often has roots in something much deeper than we can see. Karma, in its most compassionate form, doesn't punish us, it restores balance. It brings us face to face with the mistakes of our past, not to condemn us, but to help us heal and grow. It compels us to revisit broken vows, to confront the debts we owe, and to make amends where possible. But why does karma work this way? Why do we have to face the consequences of our past actions in this life? Could it be that these relationships are not simply tests of our patience or our ability to love? Perhaps they are, in fact, opportunities to heal the wounds of past lives and finally fulfill what was left undone. In Buddhist philosophy, karma is not about punishment. It is about balance. And the universe, in its wisdom, often restores that balance in ways we cannot predict, through the very people who challenge us the most. Could it be that the person you are struggling with now is actually helping you pay off a debt from long ago? The timing of karma, the role of spiritual evolution in relationships. Have you ever met someone who seemed perfect for you, only to find that your relationship began to falter after a short time? Maybe you felt an undeniable connection at first, but something seemed off, like the timing just wasn't right. You both loved each other, but the relationship was filled with struggles, and the more you tried, the more things seemed to go wrong. What if the timing of the relationship wasn't about coincidence, but about the evolution of your souls? In Buddhist and Zen teachings, timing is everything, especially when it comes to relationships. Karma doesn't just decide who enters your life, it decides when they enter. Two souls may meet and feel an immediate bond, yet if they are not spiritually aligned, their connection will likely struggle. Love alone cannot sustain a relationship if the timing is not right for both individuals' growth. Consider the story of a man who once asked a Zen master, "We love each other, but we fight every day. Should I leave?" The master's response was simple yet profound. Your souls met too early. She is still becoming the person who will understand you, and you are still shedding the person who cannot accept her. You met in love, but not in readiness. This powerful insight reveals that love isn't always enough. In karma, the timing of when two souls meet is crucial for the relationship's success. Two people may be perfect for each other, yet if one is still evolving spiritually and the other is ready for growth, tension will arise. The relationship becomes a battleground rather than a place of growth and harmony. Think about it. Have you ever found yourself in a relationship where you felt like you were on different paths, even though you cared deeply for each other? One partner might be ready to learn, to grow, to evolve spiritually, while the other is still caught in old habits, ego, and attachment. The result? Frustration, misunderstanding, and a sense that no matter how much love there is, something is just missing. For a successful karmic relationship, both partners must be ready, not just for love, but for spiritual growth. If one is still attached to their ego, resisting change, or caught in old patterns, the relationship will struggle to move forward. So could it be that the struggles you face in your relationships are not signs of failure, but simply signs that the timing for spiritual evolution has not yet arrived? What if the relationship is less about finding someone perfect and more about finding the right timing to grow together? The true purpose of a spiritual partner. We often hear the phrase, "You complete me," especially in romantic relationships. But what if this idea is actually a misunderstanding of what love and partnership truly are? In the teachings of Zen and Buddhism, a spiritual partner is not someone who fills the gaps within you, but someone who helps you see the parts of yourself that need healing, the parts you often avoid or hide from. True love, according to these teachings, is not about comfort, it's about awakening. Imagine this. You meet someone who seems perfect for you. The connection feels undeniable and the love is deep. But over time, you start to realize that this relationship is not just about joy and peace. It brings up parts of you that are uncomfortable, your insecurities, your unresolved pain, and your deepest fears. This person is not soothing your wounds, they are reflecting them back to you. They are showing you the aspects of yourself that need attention and healing. A monk once shared a parable that captures the essence of a true spiritual partnership. A candle married the wind. The wind asked, "Will you love me even when I blow you out?" The candle said, "Yes, for only in darkness will I know the strength of my own flame." This simple yet profound story illustrates the essence of karmic marriage. The candle does not seek comfort or protection from the wind. It does not wish to be shielded from the storm. Instead, it embraces the challenge, knowing that through the darkness, the wind, it will discover the true strength of its flame. Similarly, a spiritual partner does not exist to shield you from discomfort or make everything easy. They are there to help you face your shadows, to show you the places where you need to grow. But what does this mean for your relationships? It means that true love is not about seeking someone who makes you feel good all the time, but about finding someone who pushes you to grow, to evolve, and to face the parts of yourself that need healing. A spiritual partner's role is not to make life easier, but to make life more meaningful by helping you become the best version of yourself. Is it easy? No. But it is transformative. The path of a spiritual partnership may not always be smooth, but it is through the challenges, the reflections, and the growth that true love emerges. What if your partner is not there to complete you, but to awaken you to the completeness that already lies within? Would you be willing to embrace this path, no matter how difficult, knowing it will lead to profound transformation? Letting go, the wisdom of releasing when karma is complete. We often hold on to relationships out of love, attachment, or the belief that letting go means failure. But what if, in truth, the greatest act of love and wisdom is knowing when it's time to release? In the context of karmic marriages, we sometimes find ourselves clinging to a relationship long after its purpose has been fulfilled, simply because we don't know how to let go. But in Buddhist philosophy, letting go is not failure. It is liberation. It is the recognition that the lesson has been learned and the time has come for both souls to move on. Imagine a woman who feels trapped in her marriage, enduring emotional pain and feeling as though she is withering away inside. She remains in the relationship despite her inner turmoil, thinking it is a sign of loyalty and commitment. One day she visits a Zen teacher, pouring out her heart, asking, "I stayed in my marriage even when I died inside. Was that noble?" The teacher, with deep compassion, whispers, "That was attachment wearing a mask of loyalty." This simple exchange reveals a profound truth. Attachment often masquerades as loyalty, but in reality, it holds us in bondage. We may stay in relationships out of a sense of duty or fear of being alone, but when karma has been completed, staying attached only leads to stagnation. The soul's journey is one of growth, and if a relationship has served its purpose, teaching us lessons, helping us heal, or showing us our shadows, it is no longer necessary for our evolution. But how do we know when it's time to let go? How do we differentiate between love and attachment? Letting go is not about abandoning someone in their time of need. It's about recognizing that your journey with them has come to an end. It is about releasing the need to control the outcome and trusting that both you and the other person are on unique paths toward growth. When we release with awareness, with love and gratitude for the lessons we've shared, we set ourselves and our partner free. We create space for new experiences, new connections, and new opportunities for growth. It is through letting go that we can fully embrace the future, unburdened by the past. Have you ever found yourself holding on to something or someone long after it was clear that it was time to let go? What might it feel like to release with love, knowing that you are making room for both your own growth and the growth of the other person? Letting go is not an end. It is the beginning of true freedom. Marriage, from a Zen and Buddhist perspective, is not the final destination. It is a doorway, a beginning. It's not about finding the perfect partner who will complete you, but about finding the one who will help you awaken to your true self. Whether your marriage lasts a lifetime or only for a season, it serves a deeper purpose: to awaken you, to challenge you, and to help you grow. In this way, marriage is not just a union, it's a spiritual path. The true goal of marriage is not to hold on to each other forever, but to let go, to release the attachments, the illusions, and the false expectations that cloud your vision. In the teachings of karma, marriage is not a force that binds you to suffering. It is a path that can lead you to liberation. When you walk this path with awareness, it transforms your relationship, not just with your partner, but with yourself. It frees you from the illusions you carry about love, attachment, and self-worth, and opens you to a deeper understanding of your own true nature. As you reflect on what you've learned today, consider how these insights can apply to your own life. Are there attachments you are holding on to in your relationships that may no longer serve you? Are you allowing your connections to help you grow, or are you clinging to old patterns that limit your growth? Marriage as a spiritual path is about learning to love with awareness, to let go with grace, and to awaken to your highest potential. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and spiritual awakening. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. Your journey into understanding karma and love is just beginning. May it lead you to freedom and deeper insight into the path of true love.